Cheers.
Cheers, man. So today, what are we talking about?
We're talking about medicine, and it's kind of funny because we have a running joke in my work colleagues that we call alcohol medicine.
Yeah,
and
I mean, I was about to say this is my medicine.
Yeah, so our local Tachinomi, which is like just think of like a pub.
Yeah,
basically
a standing pub.
Yeah, but our local Tachinomi that's near our work, we call the clinic.
The clinic.
So
you go there to like wash your fears away.
Yeah, it's like after a long day, it's like, man, I need to go visit the clinic.
Yeah, I really wanted to talk about this topic because getting medicine in Japan is so frustrating for me. You know, and one of the reasons why it's so frustrating for me is this actually has to do with the prescription process over the medicine itself. But I can go to like a Matsukiyo or a regular pharmacy and I can get medicine, but there are so many categories that are kind of like mixed together, and like there's just such an overwhelming option of things that I'm not even aware of. Like they say for tired eyes, then for tired and dry eyes, for dry eyes, for itchy eyes. It's like, which one do I choose?
Something that I think, like if I'm going to a pharmacy here in Japan compared to America, something that I love about American pharmacies is they have very clear signage.
Yeah.
That's like, hey, colds, look in this area. Oh, do you have the flu? Look in this area.
Yeah.
You know, it's very clearly marked. Well, so it's like
what's funny though, because in Japan it's separated based on the body part.
Yes.
Not on the flu or
not on like
symptom.
the actual like sickness that you have. Yeah. It's like, oh, do your feet hurt? Like
go here.
Go here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if either is better or worse than the other, but it's so disorienting because I'm so used to going, I have a cold. Where's the cold section?
Yeah. You know, it's funny though that you mentioned that, because when I first came to Japan and I went to bookstores, I was so confused because the bookstores are, well, now they're changing more to be organized by genre, but before they used to be organized by publisher. Here's the Kodansha section.
Oh my God.
You know?
Really?
Yeah. And it's like, why? Because
why would you organize things like that?
No, because
that's so confusing.
Because back then publishing companies were more specialized. So it's like you had this one company that's really it's kind of like, you know,
so you know what to expect when you're going over there.
Yeah, it's like back in like the 20s or the 30s in Hollywood, like each studio had their own kind of like strong points. And so they actually had like the Fox movie theaters, you know?
Yeah.
Because you know what to expect.
Yeah.
But like, it's kind of like that with the pharmacies, because it's like, something's wrong with my feet. I'm going to go to the feet section, but I don't... Which one are they itchy and then aching or just aching? Like which one is it? So that's one thing. So that's my one option. But then my wife says like, Arthur, why don't you just go to the doctors? And it's because when I go to the doctors, I have to wait normally like 20, 30 minutes.
It's mendokusai.
The guy has to talk to me, and normally he doesn't want to talk to me. And I can see in his eyes, he's like, oh, this is another mendokusai gaijin. Let's just get this done quickly.
Yeah.
And then like, he doesn't even listen to what I have. And he's just like, oh, you need this. Like, but that's not what I need. He's like, yeah, I say that's what you need. Here's a prescription. And then you have to go to the prescription place. You have to wait for that.
Which is almost always a completely separate building.
Yeah.
Next to each other, but like you have to go back into a queue and wait.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes the process goes faster, but you know, I value my time too. So I can get it for $5 or I can get it for $15. And if the $5 option is going to make me wait for 2 hours, I'm going to take the $15 option.
Yeah, 100%, right?
Yeah. So my wife, she always goes and she gets this new medicine, but then like, the medicine itself is like kind of confusing. Dude.
Oh my God. That just triggered a memory. Yeah. So I got really, really sick during COVID.
Yeah. With COVID?
No. It was like, I think it might've been the flu, but it was specifically not COVID because I took multiple COVID tests and it always came out negative.
Yeah.
But I got really, really sick over the summer one time. And I remember, so I went to the hospital, and that's another thing. It's like you go to the hospital here. It's very common. They have clinics here, but often you just go to the hospital. But I went to the hospital and I got prescribed all this medicine, and they just gave it in like these little powder packets with rubber bands on them.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
I don't know what this is.
Yeah. So Komin, can you pull up the prescription medicine bottles from in America? Yeah. So that's great. Okay. So yeah, we could just share that. Okay, great. Yeah. So like in the United States, you get like these tubes.
Yeah. And so here's the thing. Is it up?
Yeah, it's on the right side. You can see.
Okay, so here's the thing. This is what you get in the US.
Yeah.
And it's like this, it's always the same container.
Yeah.
And it's really nice because it'll be like, it'll give you directions for the medicine on there. It'll be like, hey, these are prescribed for 1 week. You take 2 a day, take it after a meal, and here's exactly what you're taking.
Yeah.
Right? And it's nice, and it's this hard bottle, which is like,
it's good. It's easy to take around, you know?
It's easy to take around, and especially if you have a family, it's like kids can't open it.
Yeah.
The bottle's specifically designed
the
to
lid,
like you have to like press down and then turn it.
Yeah.
So it's like if like a 3-year-old grabs it and just tries to open it, they can't open it.
Yeah.
Right? Versus like like I said, I got these like foil.
Komin, can you try to pull up like the American the Japanese kind of kusuri paku that we're talking about, like the yeah, so she'll bring it up. You can see
so I got these like foil packets that are wrapped in a rubber band. There's no directions on them, but there was a sticky note attached to them that's like, here's what you're taking and how you
got
take
a sticky note.
Yeah,
okay.
The doctor wrote a sticky note and just put it on the packet. It's like, what the hell?
So at least in my situation, it's a little bit better because my wife, you know, luckily where we live, there's tons of clinics nearby, and so she can go there anytime, and because it's so cheap, she goes a lot. But what we do is, so we get these like small plastic bags, like these Ziploc bags.
Yeah.
And in it, they have the little individually packaged, like single serving medicine things that are kind of like heat sealed. So like you could take off one pouch and it's one serving.
Yeah.
But at least with us, they put like a paper insert that says like, here's a picture of the medicine. Yeah. Which it's not really helpful because they're all white powders anyways.
Yeah, it's like, oh, great. The stuff that looks like powdered sugar or the other stuff that looks like powdered sugar.
And then it says, take this before or after 1 pack or something like that. And it's weird. At first it was nice, but you know, now, like my wife, she goes all the time. So now we have this bin full of
the medicine bin, right?
things. Yeah, the medicine bin.
Every family has that here in Japan.
Yeah, but what's weird is like, it's like we have medicine from like 2 years ago that we haven't had, but they're all in the plastic bags.
Yep.
And I have to read them because it says for zetesu duisukun, for zetesu deo, you know, for zetesu asa, right?
That's so true though.
But what's tough about that too is because they're so similar.
Yeah.
I have to look at the date that they were given so that I can know, is this the new medicine or the old medicine?
Yep.
Man. Because like in America, they have like on the label, there's like a sticker so that you can't take the label off. It's stuck there.
No, you can't take it off, and it's very clear when the expiration date is.
Yeah,
it'll be like big bold letters. or like numbers, I should say.
I think she's pulling up the packs for our American viewers. You know, they can see.
Yeah, so
these
that's the white folder or like it's like basically a folder that you get.
Yeah.
With the medicine inside, and then inside they have like, usually you'll get like a little tinfoil pack, which will be like a little powder that you're supposed to just like drink. And so that's another thing is like, I feel like a lot of medicines in the US are either in pill or syrup.
Yeah, right.
Like form.
Yeah, you don't have like loose powder so much.
No. Loose powder was like a very weird thing when I came over here, and especially like I think something that Japan does a lot that US doesn't.
Yeah,
is they use a lot of like traditional Chinese herbal medicines. Like I remember one time I had strep throat here, and I think the doctor prescribed like, I think it was either ginger or ginseng.
Yeah,
I think it was
gin something.
I think it was ginger. Now that I think it up, but it was like powderized ginger that you have to drink, and it's like, basic idea is it's killing all the bacteria in your throat.
Yeah.
But it's like in the US, you're just like, oh, you're just going to drink like some cough syrup or NyQuil or something, you know?
Yeah.
It's a lot more chemical.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, but the thing that also I don't like about medicine in Japan is it doesn't work for me.
Yeah, I'm the same way, man.
Because like I remember reading somewhere, I mean, if I'm wrong, don't get on my back, but because the average American is heavier than the average Japanese person. So the medicinal needs are different.
Yeah.
And so you need stronger doses.
Yeah.
So I think American medicine is based on an average weight of 80 kilos per person. And in Japan, it's 60 kilos.
Oh, okay.
It's like a 20 kilo difference, 40-pound difference. Yeah. So for me, like, let's say even over-the-counter medicine, a lot of times I have to take double the dose. And so like even with regular aspirin, in America, I can take an aspirin, no problem. I have to take like the super extra power aspirin for period cramps for me to actually like have it work for me.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like, it's weird because it's like I go to the doctor, they give me the medicine. I'm only supposed to take the dose because it's individually dosed, but that dose is not enough for me.
Yeah.
Do I take another dose? And but another thing that we were talking over lunch is just how like minute the dosage is.
It's
here.
so weird. Hey guys, if you've watched this far, you're going to love our Austin and Arthur friends.
In the Austin and Arthur friends, you're going to really improve your English listening. And I mean a lot.
Yeah. So for each episode, you'll get English and Japanese subtitles, so you can check your listening and comprehension.
You'll also get access to a members-only community where you can talk with us, the both of us. Mainly me, right?
No, definitely not. For more info, click on the link here or here or here, or in the description box of this video.
Thanks for being our friend.
Woo!
I have no friends.
I really should say that you don't go to the doctor when you're sick in the US.
Yeah.
You just don't. People don't go to the doctor, which is kind of a problem.
Because it's expensive.
But it's really expensive, right? So you'll go to the store, and buy medicine. But like if you were to go to the doctor and get medicine from them, they tend to prescribe in like really easy to understand prescription lengths.
Yeah.
Like 1 week, 2 weeks, a month, 3 months, right? And you'll get that. And do you really need the whole length? More often not, right?
Yeah.
You'll stop taking like halfway through. But like here in Japan, you'll go to the doctor and it'll be like, all right, here's exactly 8 days of medicine.
Yeah.
And if you're
the other day I got 9 days.
Yeah, it's like if you're still sick, come back.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, can you just give me 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Like I don't want to come back.
It's weird because my younger son, he got he has a runny nose now, which is great because he loves to like cuddle up against my face and
just
rub all that snot everywhere. But
kids, yay!
I know, I love you so much, Leo. But yeah, so like he got prescription for 3 days.
Yeah.
And then that ran out. And so she went back and got another one for 3 days. It's like, why don't you just give him a week at least?
It's just like they've got a cold.
Yeah.
Typically people are sick for like 2 to 3 weeks with a cold.
Yeah.
Can you just give that?
Yeah. It's like you got 7 days, you got 9 days, you got 3 days, 4 days, 5 days.
Rationing out medicine here?
I know. It's like weird. Like can someone, so anybody watching this, can you guys like tell us why is it that it's so komakai? Like, why not just give a week? Why does it have to be 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, 7 days? Why can't it just be like a week? That makes things so much easier.
I just don't understand it because like I would initially think that it comes from like old like post-war Japan rationing mentality. But so much of the culture here these days is about excess.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, what makes you think that?
You can just go out and get stuff. Like you go to like a restaurant these days and they'll give you like service. They'll give you like free food and stuff like that. And there's so much like free things that are given out at places that I don't really feel like people are really trying to like conserve and ration stuff. Right. Except medicine.
Yeah, right. Medicine is like really stingy.
Yeah. Like the idea of keeping old prescriptions is something I would never do in the US.
Yeah, first of all, that just sounds dangerous to me.
Right?
Like, what if you forget what that medicine was meant for? Because it's funny because in on like American prescription bottles, they'll normally tell you what the purpose of the medicine is for.
Yeah.
But in Japan, they don't tell you. They tell you what the ingredients are.
They'll tell you what the ingredients and the name of it is. So you have
Yeah.
to like go on Google and like search what.
Yeah,
Because
it's like
medicine
it's like
do.
it's like my son's getting like a lot of coughs, and then my wife is like, "Oh yeah, let's give him this medicine from 3 months ago." It's like, how do you remember what? Are you sure that's okay to give him? You know?
Yeah.
Just, like,
Yeah.
terrifying slightly.
Yeah,
but,
man.
But the worst part for me is like because they all look so similar and like because you don't have the purpose written on them.
Yeah.
There have been a few times when because after bath time, I give my son's medicine. You know, that's while my wife is finishing up in the bath, I give them medicine and stuff. And there have been a few times when I've almost given them like the wrong medicine.
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy crap, what did I just do?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Like you give like the fever medicine instead of the cough medicine. And
yeah,
stuff like
because
that.
it all looks so similar.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, they're both white packs and they're both here. Oh, this is the one I got in September and this is the one I got on the 3rd week of September. Okay, and so the ingredient is different. Okay, yeah, so I need to get it for this.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, it's weird because I feel like in the States, like you were talking about, it's kind of funny because on one aspect, there's a big focus on security, like with the child lock so that kids can't open that. But on the other hand, the doses are not like single doses. Like you could actually overdose if you want to. You can take
easily.
a bunch, right?
Yeah.
Right. Whereas in Japan, they're just superly accessible.
You can't overdose unless you like are taking multiple packs. Like if you're taking a pack, you're taking one dosage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it's funny how it's like both of them, they're kind of like strict, but then lenient, just in the opposite ways.
Oh, you know what? That just reminded me. So one of the things that I do think is pretty convenient here is, so you'll get those packs, but sometimes it'll be pills inside instead of the packs. One of the things that I find that's really cool here, and you see this a lot with vitamins, I would say more so than like medicine, but you do see this with medicine here too, is if you open the pack, it'll have like a variance of pills inside, but it's all one dosage. It's like, here's my daily dosage of everything I need to take. Versus the US, it's like usually you have like 4 or 5 like pill things that it's like, right,
and then you have to dose it yourself, right?
2, yeah.
And actually that does for older people who have like dementia or something, it's actually quite dangerous, you know?
Yeah.
Like in America, they have those pill boxes where it's like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and you need to reload it yourself each day, you know?
Yeah.
So I mean that's a nice safety measure.
So it is nice that like you can get prescriptions here in Japan where it's just like this. I know everything I need to take for the day is in this packet.
Yeah.
So I know that I've taken it if I've taken this packet. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I was gonna say something. I wanted Komin to bring up some. Oh yeah, Komin, can you bring up like the kusuri no botoru thing? So one thing that really confused me when I came to Japan is not with powder or pills, but with liquid doses. Because what you do is you get these generic plastic bottles, and the hidari kara 2番目がいい. Yeah, like this. Yeah, hidari kara 2番目の画像. Oh, no, not that one. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Okay. And can you you can share that one now. So like the thing about these bottles is, okay, so this one doesn't have the markings on it, but on the 4 corners of the bottle, because you know there's 4 corners because it's like a cube, right?
It's like it's kind of like a whiskey bottle in some ways.
Yeah, each of them have like a different measurement thing. Like it has like 5 and 3 and 6 and 4, and on the pack, on the like the insert that we get with it, it says you need to take the number 4. Which means you go down 1 notch on the number 4 side. But there's also number 5 and number 3 and number 6. Yeah. And so like if I didn't read that, I need to do the number 4 level, I would take a different dosage by accident from the 6 or the 5 or the 3.
Yeah.
And at first that was so confusing because like, do I take... So I'm like, that's me. How many do I take? She's like, you take the 4. Yeah, but like how much? She's like, you take the 4. I was like, yeah, but how... Arthur, just 1 notch down. Just 1 notch down. I'm like, I have to go 1 notch down on the 4 line, you know? Yeah. It was so alien to me. It was so confusing.
Yeah. No, there's that. And then have you ever taken like an aerosol medicine?
No.
Okay, so that's another thing they have here. That's another thing they have here in Japan. Because like I don't have asthma, so I've never taken like an inhaler before. But I had I want to say I had like bronchitis like 3 years ago.
Okay.
I think it was like 3 years ago. So I got bronchitis, and it like takes place in your lungs.
Yeah.
And I know I've had it once before in the US when I was in the military. You have like a little thing that you blow in, and it tests like the strength of your breathing, because it's trying to figure out how much fluids you have in your lungs. But we just took some like medicine alongside with that. But I got it here in Japan, and they gave me an inhaler.
Really?
That it was so crazy. So basically it's this like aerosol inhaler, or I don't know if it's aerosol.
It's an inhaler.
But it's like this air inhaler, and it's got powder mixed in the compressed air.
Okay.
So like you take it and you push down and you go like, have you ever done scuba diving before?
Yeah.
Okay, it's like the rebreather.
Okay.
Like it's like very similar to the rebreather. So
Yeah.
you're supposed to like inhale really quickly and then blow out really quickly. And it's like you're basically putting this medicine into your lungs.
Yeah.
But it was really weird. Like I've never experienced that before.
Well, in the US, how did you get your bronchitis treated?
We just we took pills.
Yeah.
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 It was like I think it was like antibiotics or something.
Yeah.
Because I think bronchitis is bacteria, right? I don't know. Anyways, but we took medicine. I don't know what kind of medicine, but I can tell you it was not an inhaler.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I've actually never used an inhaler before in my life. I've seen it before. I've never.
It was so crazy, man. So it was really hard to do because the powder gets in your lungs, and it's like inhaling dust.
Oh man.
So you're like, especially when you're doing it for like the first couple times, you're like,
yeah, because it's like you're putting dust in your lungs.
It was so crazy,
man. Yeah, it's weird because we've talked about like medical stuff in Japan and how it's different than the United States, but like I feel like I'm finally getting used to this medicine stuff, but I still tell my wife, like, we have a little drawer where we have all the medicine. I say, for the medicine we're not actively using, can you please put in like a bag or something so that I don't grab it by accident, because it changes.
I'll tell you the best thing to do that I never do. The best thing to do that I never do is you take your medicine, you put it in a little Ziploc bag, and then you write cough medicine.
Yeah.
Flu medicine.
Yeah.
So it's like, then when you're feeling sick later in the future, you're looking through the medicine. It's like, okay, I have a cold. This is what I'm looking for.
Okay. Yeah,
that's what you should do.
We should do that,
right?
Like, because we were talking about how like the symptoms are not listed on that. Well, you could just write it yourself.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell my wife to do that. Oh, I'm not gonna tell her to do it. I'm gonna tell her we should do this, and then I'm gonna write them down.
Yeah, it's like it's such a no brainer, but I haven't done it. So,
man, well, I feel like we've talked a lot about this medicine topic. So I want to ask you guys, especially because I know we have a lot of viewers who are watching from the States.
Yeah.
So was there any kind of thing related to medicine that confused you about in the United States?
For sure.
I'd love to hear that too.
I would be curious about like the opposite reaction, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like you go to the US and you're like, what the hell? Why are you guys doing it like this?
Yeah.
You know, what is this medicine? Like I could probably think of one thing, and that's cough syrup.
Okay.
Because cough syrup's disgusting. And you don't have cough syrup really here. I mean, I think you can get some, but it's like the flavor is different.
You know, it's funny now that you say that, because all the flu medicines or cough medicines are powder form.
Yeah, right.
Here that I'm used to.
Yeah.
I don't really see too many syrups.
Yeah.
But
dude,
so I'm not sure if this was like an American thing or a German thing. It was probably a German thing, but did you ever have like Calpol before?
I have no idea.
Okay, never mind. That's probably a European thing. We'll talk about that
weird
another time.
Euro.
It is the European mind virus vaccine medicine.
What?
No, I'm just kidding. It was medicine I took when I had a cough when I lived in Germany. Yeah. And it tasted pretty nice.
Oh, you should take the medicine sausage.
Dude, come on. Dude, your German impression sounds like an Irishman, okay? You need to put away that ginger beard.
We have a special pretzel for it. It's very good.
Dude, it's getting worse and worse. Let's end this now before it gets too bad.